Happy Friday. Let's do this again. Today, we're going to go all the way through EnergyNet Lot number 124739. This is a 3-well package of producing mineral royalty interests, plus 2 PUDs. Take a look at that. I haven't done anything yet. Well, ran it earlier and did the PDP portion and posted that. We're going to start from scratch, take a look at everything. Highest bid is currently $45,000, conveniently about what we got for PV10 earlier. Starting bid, so it's had a few bids here. $1,000 bid increments, reserve not met. The only thing I have done in advance is build our forecast template, put the effective date as the effective date of the sale, and got a few PUDs, anticipating that we're going to have to make at least 2 of those. NRI is the same across the board, so that was pretty easy. Now let's get going. This message brought to you by Celsius. Call me Celsius. Okay, we're going to start from scratch. So, what do we need to know? We need to know wells. We have 3. What are they? Big Sandies. Do we have a well list? No. So, take these, copy paste APIs in here. So this is the part that I have done already. Decimal interest should be all the same across the board, and they are. Good to go. Making an assumption that these PUDs are going to have the same interest. Not sure what else I could do, so we'll take that. And let's go into forecast. So, shout out RexTag, data provider. That's the data that you see here. Forecast powered by Spotfire. Shout out Spotfire. So, we need to find these wells. Let's uncheck everything besides horizontal wells. I don't care about wells that don't have production right now. These are pretty new wells, it seemed. And anticipating building these PUDs, let's run this up to 2019-ish. If you want to be more precise, click the little calendar icon. And now we're only going to bring in horizontal wells in this area that have come online since 2019. Zooming in, right now it's color-coded by operator. Looks like this is EOG's spot right here. Let's just grab all of it, hit Setup Project, and away we go. Oh, I guess I forgot this part. Probably should have done this. Let's copy and paste our NRIs in here. Replace whatever was there before. Load. Oh, try that again. Load. You can see those flow through here. Our wells have already loaded, so we're good to go. Every well is auto forecasted once a month when we update RexTag's data. So let's take a look. Now, this package says it has 2 PUDs, so we need to do a little bit more digging. See 2 permits here. Let's take a look at those. Where's the formation? It says that this permit is for the Codell. Interesting. I have no clue how to look at Wyoming forms, so I'm really figuring it out with you right now. Renew and extend existing. I can't tell if this is a permit or not. We're going to assume that it is. Looks like it could be. Says that it is on EnergyNet. Says that there are 2 PUDs. So we're going to assume that that is correct. Anticipated spud date back in 2021. That's interesting. So I want to go take a look and see how many Codell wells has EOG drilled per unit historically. So let's look at forecast. So we have it color-coded by formation right now. I'm going to filter to only EOG because that's what we're working with. And let's just visually take a look first. 4 plus 1, but 3 Codell. Another 3 plus 2. What's that? Niobrara. I do not see 4 or more Codell wells in any of the EOG units. At least not yet. There's 4 there. So we've got 3 already. These 3 here. What we could do to find them in forecast quickly. Copy and paste these APIs. Hit run. Back up a little bit. Where are these at? They're right here. Okay, so visually we can see these 3 Codell wells. That's all well and good. I'm going to grab those just for the sake of marking them. Let's reset the well selection. So, what's this unit next to it? We've got, looks like 3 Codell wells. So, permits are great. You can file as many permits as we want. How many's that got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's Samson Energy. I don't want to compare Samson right now because that's not the operator of this one. So I'm going to assume that 3 Codel is the max, that these could actually be Niobrara. I'm not sure that they are. We'll make type curves or PUDs for 2 more Codel wells and 2 more Niobrara wells. That'll give us kind of a range of different scenarios. So let's go ahead and filter back the EOG. We know that we're looking for Big Sandy. Got a lot of Big Sandies. Should be these 3 here. That looks good. Here. Okay, so we have some well control. We've got something to work with for the PUDs. So let's go ahead and just grab everything that's EOG. I might bring it into about right there-ish. 101 wells total. So we'll grab those. We're going to make type curves for the NIO and for the Codel. We'll make 2 PUDs for each, just so we can compare the hypothetical different types of wells that might get drilled. And we need to consider when these are going to first come online, which not exactly sure. So let's look at our well headers here. Where's my permit date? First production, yada, yada. Maybe I don't have permit turned on. If I don't, permit date, or I'm just missing it somehow. That happens. Up there it was. This is live. We are not going to edit this. Okay, so file a permit at the end of 2018, about 9 months later, similar situation. 7 months later, they're completed. So for the sake of being conservative, we're going to suggest that the first PUDs don't come online for about a year since the permit date. Assuming the permit date is right now, we'll push it out into the future for these 2 PUDs, say 1 year. We'll do that for Codel. We'll do that for NIO, just in case something changes and these mysteriously turn into NIO wells. Okay, so in our filter, we're going back to formation. We're going to pick Codel. If that clicking sound is loud, I do apologize. Turn that off if people don't like it. And let's grab these. We've already picked a set of wells that are fairly similar vintage in a pretty concise area, doing the best we can. So we're going to make Codel PUD. We're going to start that a year in the future. We're going to make 2 of them, presuming they come online at the same time. Auto fit. That should be good. Got a 287,000 barrel estimated ultimate recovery. Don't care about gas. Add. Then we're going to do the same thing for NIO. So in our filter, we're going to uncheck Codel, check NIO. Hopefully we have enough wells to deal with. We've got 22. It's not ideal. Sometimes life is tough. We work with what we've got. We're going to auto fit that. Haven't been checking the lateral length. Probably should have. This one averaging for the NIO 11,000. So we're assuming that these are going to be 10,000 foot wells. We could have normalized it. Probably should have if necessary. We'll go ahead and do that for this actually. I believe that when I glanced, the Codel wells were normalized to 10,000 foot, or average, excuse me, was about 10,000 foot, so that'll probably be fine. We're going to go ahead and scale these to 10,000. Make sure I hit my refit button to make these PUDs. I think I did, but I didn't after I had switched to normalization, so we need to do that. And we're going to rename this IO. We're going to add those. I'm going to go back and check myself and make sure that the average of these Codels was right at 10,000. If so, we'll go ahead and keep it. If not, we'll redo it. 11,000. Should probably normalize this, so we'll go ahead and remake these, which is easy to do in forecast. Click. Normalization is already on. I'm going to rename this Codel. Hit the add button. And I know I'm probably going to get a different API. Oh, nope, API remained the same. That's all good. We'll keep that. Okay, so effectively we are done with the PUDs. We even built in an extra scenario just in case these permits turn out to be NIO, because I don't know anything about Wyoming. I can't quite figure out what's going on here, but we're going on the assumption that there are 2 PUDs to be drilled, which seems reasonable based on what we observed earlier. All right, let's go ahead and look at the big sandies that we care about. This one here. Oil fit, gas fit appear to be excellent. I'm going to keep that. Let's take a look at this one. We got an excellent and a good. Looks all right. Could probably push it down a little bit if we want to. The gas is fairly immaterial compared to the oil, so we're just going to keep that. And one more sandy, which I think was that one. Yep. We have an excellent oil fit and a poor gas fit, which is thrown off 1.5-ish BCF. Don't really care for that. We're going to refit the gas, fix that up quickly. That will work for me. At least appears to be conservative, and gas is worth nothing, so save. So we have manually saved one of these three EOG existing wells, the big sandy here, and we're going to move on to economics. I'm going to highlight these PUDs to make sure they flow through. Click on economics. These are the big sandies from before. As I mentioned, I already ran those for the PDP portion. None of these acreage assumptions matter because we have imported these, I hope. Let's go back and check. Sometimes I forget. Copy just in case. Let's go look at project setup. Did we load it? We did. We are good to go there. Flipping back to economics. We're going to run the cash flow and see what we get. Okay, went ahead and ran all 105 wells, which is fine. Let's go to big sandies, these three in particular. We've got a PV10 of approximately $47,628, which is a little higher than what I got earlier. Let's see what that might be due to. Not quite sure. Let's make this $1. I think I have my effective date at 12/1 earlier. That'll probably affect something. Cost assumptions don't matter because we're doing a mineral deal. Let's go ahead and rerun the cash flow on that. For demos, please go to our website, forecast.io, CAST.io, and you can click pretty much any of these big buttons that say book a demo, schedule a demo. Whoopsies. You know it's live. There we go. Let's go back and check what we've got. So we were at 47,000. I don't remember what all the assumptions were that I ran this on as far as pricing earlier. So we got a number that's a couple grand higher than what we got. And I probably made some adjustments to one of these wells earlier when I was doing it. So a little bit different than the original PDP that we ran, but pretty darn close. Not much different. Probably want to know what the PUD values are since the bid's already at 45,000. You know what? For the PUD value, why don't we schedule a demo? You can go to our website. That's Forecast. Show you that again. Forecast.io. And then click one of these buttons, say schedule a demo. That'll take you quickly to a calendar for scheduling a demo. Will not be available next week or the week after that. Need to block this out. We're going to take a little vacation next week. So that was a lot more talking and banter than usual. Hopefully you found that valuable. Appreciate you watching. We'll do it again soon. Cheers.